Yo, what's good, folks? It's your boy SBX coming to you once again with another rap video, you feel me? And this time I want to talk about the Wave God. You already know, if y'all not from New York, y'all not from Harlem. I mean, I'm not a Harlem nigga, but definitely am a New York nigga. And if y'all not into that East Coast hip hop, if y'all don't really know this guy, if y'all heard about this guy, y'all don't really know what's popping. And pretty much the thumbnail pretty much, you know, illustrate itself, basically. So basically, Max B, Bigavelli, aka the Wave God, is pretty much, there's a rumor, some speculation, or how Wikipedia, you know, sometimes 9 out of 10 you can't always believe what Wikipedia is telling you. But I thought about making this video about how Max B is possibly going to get released from jail sometime next week on the 1st of the month of July. So honestly, you know, this is a very big shock. You know, before I even get to that, you know, first and foremost, I am a somewhat of a fan of Max B. I've listened to his joints back when I was in high school. You know, I was fucking with him when he was with the Dipset thing going on. You know, honestly, Max B is a really good hype man, to be honest. When he was with Jim Jones and, you know, things didn't go well with him and Dipset. You know, he pretty much went his own way with fucking with French Montana, even though I'm not really big on French Montana or whatnot. But anyways, I want to just say that, you know, like I said, I like some of his underground mixtapes, you know, and he's good with just his mixtapes, you know what I'm saying? So, for example, I do like his mixtape called Wavy Crockett, Vigilance Season, Domain Diago. That's one of I only like 2 songs from that album slash mixtape or whatever. So everything with what he did with like French Montana and the Dipset, you know, I'm always been a fan of whatever the Diplomats pretty much put out. So anything when he was with the Bird Gang, with the late Stack Bundles, rest in peace to him. You know, funny thing was they actually had like a last album for Stack Bundles, you know, since he's been dead for too long. And it's funny how Stack Bundles been dead for a good decade, and pretty much as far as Max B, he's been incarcerated since 2009, so he's been gone for a minute. So pretty much Stack Bundles died around, I believe, 2007, 2008, and then by the time Max B was incarcerated around 2009. So, you know, at that time I was in high school. So anyways, I'm shocked, you know. Of course, I was shocked about what he did in the past in regards to the robbery situation and the murder conspiracy or whatnot. So, I honestly, you know, most rappers, not most, but some rappers get themselves in trouble on some legal issues. So, according to what Max B pretty much did, was, according to the authorities, he was sent with his ex-girlfriend named Gina Conway and his stepbrother Kelvin Lerndom, or whatever, back in 2016 to rob 2 men in the Holiday Inn in Fort Lee, northern New Jersey. Yeah, you know, I don't know what was popping with him back in 2006, but honestly, let me rethink about this for a minute, because I think he did do some tracks with Jim Jones, so I don't see how the hell he's thinking about robbing a fucking hotel. You get what I'm saying? And he was doing his job. So basically, based on what he did was, you know, he robbed some 2 men at the hotel, duct taped them on some like ruthless type shit, and it was immediately and the guy named David Taylor, who also was in the room with this other person named Gazelle Navin. I don't know what his name. You know, that guy named David Taylor got shot point blank, execution shot in the head. So, you know, Max B was pretty much involved during that murder scene. So, basically, since Max B, pretty much his criminal past kind of got back to him 3 years later or whatnot. So, you know, back in June of 2009, he was found guilty on 9/11 counts going on trial. So, you know, the fucked up thing was, I mean, I'm not saying he don't deserve to be in jail for what he did. You know, I ain't gonna, like, I can't be on oh, free my nigga this, free my nigga. Like, of course, I would respect his artistry. But if he did the crime, he's gonna have to do the time, and he pretty much got the football numbers. So I don't really wish for him to be in jail, but at the same time, he did the time. He did the crime, he did the time. He's gonna do the time. So he's been doing time for the past half a decade or whatever. So then they changed it to 20 years, and then what you saw on the clip, by next week, which is the 1st of July, there's a possibility, because like I said, Wikipedia is always giving you some bullshit. Sometimes it's legit, sometimes it's not. I mean, it depends on if the sources really make sense or not. So I can safe to assume that Bigavelli, Max B, is going to pretty much be released from jail sometime next week. But in my opinion is, am I glad that he's going to be out? Sure. I mean, I can only hope that he learns his lesson from jail. I hope that he's not going to go back to jail to do some dumb shit. I believe that people do deserve a second chance out of life. I don't know how some convicted murderers do sometimes get out of jail and they do a less sentence or whatever, and there's some that are not, and they're doing some real serious football numbers. But like I said, like I have mixed feelings about Max B. I mean, what he did was really fucked up, and at the same time, his artistry kind of like blinds the fact that we don't want to think he deserved jail time. So whatever the judge give him, that's cool. But you know, it's on the same concept like how Remy Ma was doing time in jail, and other rappers, you know. But some of these other rappers didn't get a chance to get free from jail, and some that do based on their bail. So pretty much French Montana and Kim Kardashian, which I'm surprised, pretty much has something to do with having Max B being to the point where they're gonna get him out. So Kim Kardashian, since her father was a lawyer, she used that in her knowledge to see if there's a way that she can free Max B. I mean, that's cool in her book, but at the same time, you know, French Montana, I was never a fan of him, and I prefer Max B over French Montana any fucking day. But then again, they kind of did work with each other back in days, back when French Montana was really that irrelevant, you know, wasn't even heard of. So basically, Max B has been in the game longer than French Montana, but he was there during those times when his success pretty much skyrocketed from the music industry, from the underground mixtapes, back when DatPiff was the shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still listen to DatPiff.com. I use the app to listen to old mixtapes and raps, you know. But, you know, question is, you know, since people, like, the mixtape game is getting out of proportion now, and it's not the same no more, where you're not at the barbershop or any bootleggers selling any mixtapes anymore. It's not like this is the early 2000s and whatnot. So music has pretty much changed over the years. ever since he's been in Crossroad. I mean, he was there when rap music was in the slow position of sucking. So, the question is, how can he blend up to the new day and age rappers? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes New York niggas is switching up their style, and they trying to act like the down south niggas, or on some pop bubblegum faggot princess bitch ass bullshit type music. But with Max B, he is kind of like, you know, the type of guy who just put on the hook. He's like the East Coast version of Nate Dogg in a way. Just whatever singing type of hooks he doing, and he also rap on the side too. Like, I can respect the craftsmanship that Max B pretty much put through the music industry and the mixtapes in the streets, you know. But quite like I said, I heard some of his new songs that was out, which is decent, but how long would it kind of like really last for the new day and age type of people, the youngins, you know what I'm saying? So the youngins pretty much don't know shit about Max B, the whole wave movement. So anyways, folks, I like to know everybody else's opinion. Do you believe that Max B is going to be released next week? Do you believe that he won't be released? Please leave your comments in the comment sections below how you feel about this topic, and make sure you hit that bell icon and subscribe to the motherfucking channel. You feel me? SBX wrapping this shit up. Thanks for watching. Peace out.